Mr. B. You give that a big push.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at that. We were just saying as well, I think we're the only country that eats our national emblem.
Yeah.
Are we going to be cooking some of that tonight, Gordon? Guys, what do you do exactly?
So we're both in death care. I'm a funeral director and Craig is a cremator operator.
Welcome back. Whew.
We are at the infamous Belanglo State Forest in New South Wales, halfway between Sydney and Canberra.
We are. So we left our beautiful camp in the Hunter Valley.
Yep.
So nice. And Mr. B, again, had this idea that he wanted to go to a crazy, one of the most, I guess, would you call it, spooky forests in Australia. Like, who even wants to come here? And let alone camp? Like, yeah, seriously.
But we're catching up with our friends again.
Well, we are. We are shortly catching up with Dead End Touring again. So they're going to be coming along with us on this episode as well.
Yep.
So we're pretty pumped about that. If you don't know anything about the forest, Mr. B's going to fill you in on that because this was definitely one of his picks and on your list.
Yeah, it's not a forest to come here. I'm not coming here to celebrate or anything like that.
No.
For those who don't know, Belanglo State Forest is infamous for Ivan Milat, or the backpack murderer. So during 1989 and 1992, he assaulted, robbed, murdered 2 men and 5 women, and they were all buried here in the forest.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Like I remember it growing up and like hearing it on the news and like everyone literally being terrified, and driving in today and like we had conversation going like, could you just imagine like being in the boot of the car tied up coming through here?
It wasn't in the boot of the car. It was actually, I think he had a I believe he used to work for Department of Main Roads as a road crew. So I think that was his, you know, sort of thing, like stop off backpackers are lift and you see a guy in a bloody, you know, a work ute, sort of thing, main roads.
And you're thinking, he might be pretty honest. And I guess too, back in the day, hitchhiking was common for backpackers.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
People would think nothing of, especially going between, I guess, maybe Sydney and Canberra or Melbourne or getting back to Brisbane and whatever. So they'd hitchhike because, you know, they couldn't afford to hire a car or, you know, get a flight or something.
Yeah, he was actually captured in 1994, convicted of 7, but they do believe there may be more that he's actually linked to. They can't prove anything, but they do believe that he's linked. He'd never confessed to any more, but they do believe there was a lot more. He did end up passing away in Long Bay Correctional Facility, and I think that was in...
Doesn't seem too long ago, actually.
Maybe 2022. He did do time at... there was at Goulburn, at the maximum secure prison there. He did, I believe, get diagnosed with cancer, and he was transferred to Long Bay Correctional Facility to do treatment, and he did pass away there in 2019.
There's a lot of construction going on here in the forest in the way of the, I don't know, I always like to call them like fire trails. I feel like they're a little bit more than fire trails here. They are like proper
Yeah, they're
sort of
proper
roads. That are
proper trails. There's been a fair bit of
rain.
and then guys coming out and using the trails. Obviously, there is four-wheel driving here. So what they've done is they've actually shut the roads around the plantation. And when we came in, they were grading roads, fixing it all up. It will reopen, but I'm not sure how long that will take.
Yeah.
But you're still getting the campground. You just got to come along Daly's road. There are signs on the way in that says all other trails are closed, and to use the Daly road to come to the campsite.
Yeah. But there was the other camp as well, but however that is closed, which is the memorial camp.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say definitely check it out if you are thinking of coming this way. As Mr. B said, that one is closed.
Yeah, they sometimes when the road gets, like when they've had heaps of rain and storms, they will actually close the campground area as well. So the best thing to do is if you're looking coming out here and it has been inclement weather leading up, just jump on the New South Wales Forestry website.
Yeah.
And that will update you with what's to go. I do believe at the moment there is a total fire ban as well.
That's going to be a little bit cold tonight.
Yeah, so I think from September through to March, I don't quote me, I think that is when they put the fire bans in. It's a bit like Tassie for 6 months during the warmer seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a plantation forest.
And you know what too? The thing is, it's huge. Well, I think it's pretty big. I'm going to say it's huge. It's just under 4,000 hectares of planted state forest, majority being pine. So you wouldn't want to have a loose spark going that way.
Yeah, I think the Forestry Commission would be
not too happy
about
that.
Not too impressed.
Yeah.
We did see, like just over the back, we can actually see where they've forested the pine.
Yeah.
And the new, I don't know whether they planted or it was just seeds from saplings and stuff.
Have shooted.
But they have started to resprout, so yeah.
But we're just going to make the most of camp. There's no cost for camp here either.
No.
It is completely free, and I think, did you find out how long you could actually stay here for?
I think it's 7 or 14 days.
Okay, so there you go, either 7 or 14. We're actually not staying there here that long, but we're going to show you around. I'll take you for a little wander, see what facilities are here, but I'm going to say there's not much here. It is off-grid. You need to be off-grid. Coming in as well on the road was a little bit hectic in some spots, but as we always say, don't we, drive to conditions.
Yeah, I do think there is a drop toilet here, but that's about it.
That's okay.
But it does say that if you're coming here to be fully self-sufficient, for the simple fact there is no water available at all. Not even can't even fill up your water bottles here.
Yep. So fully off grid.
Yeah, fully off grid.
Yeah, off grid. All right. Well, let's get cracking, Mr. B. Let's go and do some adventure, or some, I don't know. That forest looks a little bit. How's it going in the back there?
I wonder whether there's yowies here. I'll have to ask Craig.
Oh, Craig will be all over it, and I'm sure Nick will know as well. So if you're keen for some of that, guys, stick around. We've got heaps to show you. And yeah, if you have been thinking of coming to the forest,
or if you've been here before, drop us a comment down below.
Yeah, we're keen to hear your stories.
Yeah. Obviously there's a whole heap of rules on here, and make sure you follow the rules
because you know what? If you don't follow the rules, places like this, again, will get fully closed down. So always obey the rules, and clearly here, total fire ban. So no fires whatsoever.
And you can bring your pets.
Can you?
Pets must be kept under the control of owners and must not chase wildlife,
There you go.
or otherwise cause a nuisance to other forest visitors.
There you go, guys. Because we do get asked this a lot, even though we don't have our little any fur babies. So you can bring dogs, but just be mindful. I probably wouldn't be bringing cats or birds. You know what the funny thing is? We have seen, haven't we, on our travels,
Yeah.
cats and budgies.
Yeah, we have a lot of them.
A lot of them. But anyway, let's go for a wander down this way. See what else we can find. The weird thing is, right, it's so sort of quiet, and then just occasionally you can hear these like birds, but it's not like...
There's a camping down that road.
Is there?
I think there is.
Oh,
I didn't even drive down there.
actually, you know what? We're gonna go that way shortly, but we're gonna go this way first.
I'm just going to check it out.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Check it out.
It's actually a nice little. I'm going to say I'm actually impressed with the campground.
What are you impressed about?
Just that it seems really clean.
That's because nobody comes here. Clearly.
No, it just seems really clean, and it's actually, there are a lot of grass areas, even though there is dirt areas as well.
Yeah.
But I just think it's really clean. It's really peaceful and quiet.
It's very quiet. It doesn't. I mean, I know you're probably thinking, oh well, the forest is quiet, but it actually feels really quiet. And like I said, you can just hear this bird every so often, but yeah, it's a bit,
I can hear
bizarre.
this. I can hear the cicadas.
Can you? Drop toilet, as we thought there was. Hand washing area. Yeah, it looks all right. Honestly, I'm not going to show you in there. It's just like a normal drop toilet. It doesn't smell or anything. So yeah, I'm going to say that's okay. Again, self-contained. Make sure you're off grid. But yeah, there's a toilet there. There's definitely no drinking water here whatsoever. There's a couple of little tracks through. I'm not sure where they go to.
I think there's some of the four-wheel drive tracks.
Ah, okay. It's very green through here as well. Isn't it green? Like, it's really green. They've had so much rain, and that's what's, I guess, made it to this point that it has been closed, because of the amount of rain that we've had, and even coming in some of those. What are you looking at?
But the tree is just so scary.
Yeah, it's a bit scary. Even with coming in, this sort of when we came in, like there were some quite rutted out parts as well from erosion. So, but other than that, like through here, it's like super green.
Yeah. Oh, and for those that need it, there is Telstra.
Oh, I think we're running on about 2 bars.
Yeah, 2 bars. It's okay. It's not like fast.
Yeah.
But we're not here to use phones.
No, we're just here to. Oh my gosh, look at the trees moving. Look at the. Sorry, Mr. B. Look at the trees swaying.
Oh,
look.
That one, that's hugely moving.
Oh my gosh, look at that. And all over there too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so keen for
that
dark
one is
tonight.
moving so much. Look.
Wow.
That one there, it's moving like it's moving like a whole
Let's go
meter.
down and check it out.
It's moving like a whole meter.
Mr. B. You give that a big push.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's massive. Look at the root system. Like, it's so chunky. We were just chatting as well. If you had like a car with a rooftop tent, you can actually just sneak in and you are allowed to camp in those little spots. And there's a couple of like little tracks and stuff, but it's quite grassy now. And it just shows me that realistically, like with the grass and stuff, I don't think many people have been here, Mr. B, because there'd be more sort of wear and tear, don't you reckon?
Yeah, I think a fair few people have probably camped in the better campground.
Yeah, but you can...
You can camp anywhere here.
You can come in and...
This is totally all campground area.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to fit the van in here. We were just saying as well, maybe if we still had the little triangle, we might have fit it in, but yeah, we ain't going to get the big one in here. We're happy where we are. Let's go check out that other part. We just walked down the other track when we first walked around, and we said we'll come back to that track. So we've just walked down here, and looks like the rangers have popped some sort of rocks there to prevent people coming through. It's pretty bogged out, and I don't think you'd want to come through here. I mean, it could be fun, but yeah, it's blocked off now. So I don't think you'd be camping in here.
What are those marks?
Oh.
They're like big holes, aren't they?
Yeah. These, I wonder what these are. It's sunken right down through there. And then there's one lot here. See? There doesn't seem, but look how close these ones are together.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. Oh, and look at this one. This one's got like, this one's like kangaroo. Is that the kangaroo one again?
Emu.
Is that emu?
I think kangaroo's 2 and emu's 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe, no, that'd be
No,
kangaroo.
that's kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo. Emu's 2.
There you go. Maybe. And what did you tell me before? You heard I mean, I reckon there is true. Fox.
Fox, yes. Fox is here.
Yeah. So with the amount of droppings that are around, I reckon we're definitely going to get some wildlife. So we'll have to keep quiet and see what we can hear later. But there was a lot around the campsite area. What do you reckon that is?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
I have no idea.
We might have to wait till Nick and Craig get here.
I think this would be a brilliant campsite back in the day, but it just seems that...
It looks like someone's done circle work now.
In a 4-wheel drive.
Definitely. Yeah, and we do not promote that, guys. As fun as it is, we don't promote that in the forest.
Oh, not the forest.
Not in the forest. There's all these marks down here too. Alrighty, on that note, we might make our way back and get ready for tonight, I reckon. It's definitely going to be cold. Well, it is, let's just say, very cold outside. Mr. B's just given me the update, and it's a feel-like temperature. It's a feel-like temperature of around about 8 degrees outside. So I've decided what better meal to have when it's really cold. Well, I'm going to cook shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie, cottage pie, whatever you want to call it. You know what? We can still be friends. We're going to cook shepherd's pie. So first of all, I got my little vinos. I made Mr. B a hot chocolate earlier, and he's all warmed up, and now it's time for me to have my vinos and get cooking. So we can cook together. So good. I'll just pop that over there so I don't spill it. A couple of little things to start with. If you've watched a couple of our episodes, you'll probably see some of the little hacks that I use. For a bit more bench space here, I like to use this little, I guess it's a little rack, and then I put my cutting board on top as well. Another thing I love to do when we are off grid is fill up a bowl in the sink. I'll just show you, because we actually have a really deep sink in this van, which I love. But when we're off grid, it's just honestly a waste of water. So I just use a little bowl in there, and I've just popped some hot water. Again, we have gas water in the van, and I think too, for me, I probably a little bit more like how we used to travel in the Triangle, being the really tiny little van that didn't have all the bougie things that this one does. So what I tend to do as well, instead of wasting all the gas heating up so much hot water, I just put a little bit of water in here and heat it up. So there you go, there's 2 little tips if you haven't done that before, but yeah, pretty easy. Let's see, onions. Whew, nearly lost one. I reckon that sometimes onions, and I know that Mr. B's going to say, oh my goodness, it does stink the fridge out. So what I tend to do when I cut up onions is, and I haven't used it all, is I'll put it in a little snap lock bag, and then I pop the rest of the onion in here in my little container. So that's another little tip there, because sometimes, like today, I'm not going to use this whole onion, so I'll just pop that in here for probably tomorrow night's dinner. Actually, not quite sure what I'm going to do tomorrow night, because we're not even on to tonight yet. So anyways, we'll get cracking. What are you guys having for dinner? Do you want to have like shepherd's pie, cottage pie with us? Alrighty, I like to make it a bit different to my recipe, and again, there's nothing fancy that goes on in our kitchen, I tell ya. Mr. B always says I like my good old Aussie food. Sometimes I like to spice it up a little bit, make things a little bit spicy, but tonight, no, not too spicy at all for this one. So anyway, I'm gonna get cracking. You can keep watching. Was braise the onions, put the mince in, put a couple of secret spices. I will share them with you, they don't have to be a secret. I just put a little bit of mixed herbs, a bit of paprika because I love that, a little bit of black pepper. The other thing I do like to put in my shepherd's pie is a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, so I like to put a bit of that in. I did use a little bit of pizza sauce because that's what I had in the fridge, and I couldn't be bothered to open any tomatoes. I know tomatoes don't really go in shepherd's pie, but anywho, sometimes, you know, like living on the road full time, you just got to use what's in the pantry. So, you know, just make some, you know, what do they call it? What's the word I'm looking for? You can substitute things, and you know what? Mr. B will never complain. He will love it. So all I'm doing now is just letting that simmer. Got my veggies in there as well. Some of you are probably thinking, vegetables and shepherd's pie? Yeah, I know. Honestly, if my dad saw this, he would go, there is no nutritional value in those vegetables whatsoever, but I don't mind me a little bit of veggies, and they're just quick and easy frozen veggies. So I'm just sort of simmering that a little bit.
What vegetables?
Mr. B is complaining. Mr. B, you are sitting on the bed, relaxing and interrupting my cooking segment. So if you want dinner tonight, guys, if he wants dinner tonight, he should just zip it, shouldn't he? Shh, exactly. So we'll just pretend we didn't hear him over there in the peanut gallery. I'm boiling some water, just going to pre-boil some water, and then I'm going to get the potatoes ready. I don't know, just use the kettle. I'm just going to boil up some water. I don't know, I really know what I was thinking there. But anyway, I'm going to do up my potatoes, put my potatoes on top. And I just had a thought, because I was thinking, am I going to use the Weber tonight? Which I actually did want to use. but now I'm thinking it's really cold and I'm just being bougie in the van because guess what, we can be bougie now because we've got this amazing van which we absolutely love. So I'm going to actually just, because it's already like pre-cooked and stuff, I'm just going to whack it under the grill. So yeah, that's what I reckon. And the other thing, oh dear, that went down the wrong way. The other thing is we're still waiting for Dead End Touring to turn up because they've had to battle
5 minutes.
Sydney traffic. What's their ETA, Mr. B?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. They should be here in 5 minutes, guys. They'll be here just in time for dinner. They've had to battle Sydney traffic, which is hectic in an afternoon. So glad we came out this way early because we're not used to traffic. So yeah, anyways, on that note, let's just kick back and I'll show you how dinner is progressing, just in case you want to see what it's going to look like in the end. And if you've got any recipes that you think might suit us for traveling, flick them in the comments below or flick me a message. I'd love to know what your recipe might be or your secret ingredient for your shepherd's pie. A bit sidetracked, I was so excited because Nick and Craig have just turned up. So Mr. B is just helping them, well, not set up, but having a chin wag and distracting them when they should be setting up the hardcore camper. But you know what, when you got a hardcore camper, it takes probably about, I don't know, I think it took them like about 30 seconds to set up last time. So nice and quick and easy. Alrighty, so how's the pie looking? I reckon she's looking pretty good. Done a little bit of housekeeping in the kitchen. I've just got myself some Coles pizza blend cheese. I like this one because it has different cheeses in there. I think there's about 3 of them, including a little bit of the mozzarella, which is one of our favorites. So I'm just going to top the pie, and then as I said, I'm actually just going to pop it under the grill in the van. So obviously gas grill, because I don't even know. I don't think, yeah, I don't even know, like, what happens with induction. I'm not quite sure what happens with induction and if they have a grill. I'm assuming it has to be gas, but any hoosies, we just run gas. We don't have induction in this van. So I'm just gonna load that with some cheese because we don't mind a bit of cheese. I know it's a little bit naughty, but anyway, that's all good. And pop that under the grill. Not quite ready for it yet, so I'll just set it aside. It's looking not too bad, I reckon. Set it aside. Then I'm going to pop that under the grill. I reckon it's probably going to need about 5 to 8 minutes because it is a gas grill and it does get pretty intense. So what I'll do is carry on, head outside, catch up with the guys for a little bit, pop that under the grill just before we're ready for dinner, and then I'll show you when it's ready. Ah, it's so cold. See, look at this. Look at this. They've arrived. Oh, hello. They're here. Woohoo! Look at that. And I told you, like, look at Craig here. He's not Gordon yet. No. Craig's just doing the booty. Craig's setting up the hardcore camper. And as I told you, 30 seconds and this bad boy will be up. Boom, boom, boom. Look at the spot that they've got. But we have one problem. Yep, they brought the rain with them. It's drizzling, but I'm thinking that the rain, the forest, I think it's gonna be...
Look what I got, baby.
Sets the mood. I'm feeling like... And Nick and I have already discussed about the poo.
There's a lot we've already done. We need a poo patrol. We need to clean it a bit.
Yeah. I said, what if we...
beautiful people gave you.
What have we got? Oh my gosh, look at that. That is beautiful. I love it.
We've got to decorate it.
Oh, that sounds amazing. We can... what better place to decorate the coffin in the spooky forest?
Well, I need paint.
I should have brought the paint.
That's okay. Oh, thank you.
Keep your rocks in.
Oh, yes.
Rocks that we collect.
Yeah, the little special ones.
The special ones.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the Pilliga episode yet, guys, get back and watch that one. Yes?
You get a little skeleton and put in there.
Yeah. Oh, is that... Yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. That'd be amazing.
Some cotton wool and...
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, we're just going to sit back and watch Craig set up.
Yep, that's right. Yes, me too. I don't know.
You know what? Just saying, guys, it's freaking cold, isn't it?
It is chilly.
It's chilly.
Yep.
All right, so Craig's now turned into Gordon.
Yeah,
Gordon,
yeah.
what's happening tonight? What's happening over here?
Just easy tonight, pizzas. So Nick's having a salmon pizza with all her favourite bits and pieces on it. Olives
Sounds
and
amazing.
capers and
Yep.
mushrooms and onion, and I'm just going
Chili,
to have
all the hot stuff.
a
Yeah.
pepperoni one for...
Oh, extra spicy pepperoni.
And what are you having?
We're having, I'll show you the last little bit of it, guys. I've done a shepherd's pie.
Oh my God.
Did a shepherd's pie. Mr. B was having a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
I thought, there's nothing beats a bit of shepherd's pie, warm the belly on a
Yeah.
cold
Cold
night.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick back and relax. The
And watch
forest.
roos. Watch
Gordon's
the roos.
pepperoni pizza looks better than the one we had at the winery.
It does. It does look amazing. I'll show you in a minute. We have heard a few noises in the forest. Mr. B got the torch out. We have already seen kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've found some more poo.
So much poo.
There's so much food.
And yeah, we don't know really what. I mean, you guys have been here before. We've never been.
No.
I love it how these guys like meet us at scary places.
Yeah.
When
That's
it's
our-
cold.
that's
When
our
it's
thing.
cold and rainy.
Considering we just met like at
Yeah.
the Pilliga.
Yeah.
So thanks
Yeah.
for catching up with us again, guys.
That's okay.
And yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be a good day too. I think we'll,
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Good tomorrow.
yeah.
Weather-wise, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. We have been here before, and we have had some of those spooky experiences, which is, not where we are now. But we will definitely, things come. They'll
Yeah.
come.
And as we explained earlier, unfortunately we can't get to that exact spot that you
Correct.
guys
No.
normally go to due to, everything that we explained today. But yeah, we're here and we've been able to catch up and experience different things.
And above all, it's just a pretty place. Like
It is pretty.
the forest is beautiful, and if it wasn't for the name it's got due to things that have happened in the past, you'd see a lot more people here, But it is a pretty forest. It's just it's got a really dark history,
Feel your
unfortunately.
Yeah, it's cold.
Fantastic.
It's cold. Hang on, isn't it nearly like summer?
It
Well,
is.
we are. It
Well,
is summer.
yeah,
This
pretty-
is summer.
Pretty
Like,
much,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I think
Nice.
Sunday they said it's going to be 35, so we're going
Well-
from this to just whatever.
We're having a contrast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
my hand's nearly frozen,
Yeah.
holding onto the GoPro. So on that note,
Okay.
I said I was going to show you the pizza. Let's just sneak around because, let's just sneak around over here. We got Gordon's pepperoni pizza. I'm keen to see the salmon pizza. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Look at that. Amazing. Cooked to perfection.
Yeah, for that.
It's just about time to pull out the pie. It is absolutely freezing out there. Nick and Craig have got the pizzas just about ready to go. And I'm going to pull the shepherd's pie out. I've done it in the grill tonight because it was just so cold outside. So I've done it in here. And I reckon it's turned out pretty good. You be the judge. Be the judge. What do you reckon? Look at that. Like a boss, I reckon. I'm going to pop it on my bamboo little tray, which I have here, because when you use the gas grill, you've got to have that up, so that should be okay there. It is absolutely freezing. I'm so cold outside. I've had my Aurora heated jacket on. I've just turned it off. Just saying, guys, if you are keen for Aurora apparel, we did do a video quite a few months and months ago on the jackets and stuff. If you've got any questions, just flick it down in the comments. But yeah, check them out. They are really good, and definitely keep us warm on our travels. Even though I'm done with winter. However, Mr. B still thinks that he wants to take me to these places and it's cold. Cold, cold and raining. Anyway, do you reckon you can hear the crack of the cheese? Let's see. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's dish up. Dish up here. Actually, I should give you a better view. Hang on a minute. I'll give you a better view. Look at that. What do you think? Check it out. Looks pretty good, I reckon. That is shepherd's pie. Easy style. You can basically cook it up. Pre-do it. Oop, oop. Hopefully I won't mess. Oop. Stick it in the grill. Stick it in the Weber. Whatever you want. Mr. B's gonna love this. So good. Look at that. I reckon there'll be even leftovers because there's too much here. Look at that. Shepherd's pie. So good. Good morning, guys. We are back. We're back, Mr. B.
Mm.
You survived? You survived?
Yeah.
These guys survived. Look, Gordon's in the kitchen already. We've had a bit of a slow start. If I was to say it was cold last night.
Would be an understatement.
How did you guys go in the rooftop?
I was fine.
Yeah?
Toasty.
Toasty?
Very toasty.
Toasty?
Yeah.
Nick was toasty? That looks really good. Hang on. On that note, let's have a look here. Because you know Gordon's good in the kitchen.
Mm.
What do you call that?
I call it Belanglo brunch time
Ooh.
something or other.
Something or other.
It's just a mixture of all bits and pieces we had left over. And
Looks good.
Yep.
Well, Mr. B, he's got toasted cheese sandwiches.
Fantastic.
There's plenty there too, just saying too.
Thank you.
Just-
Bravo me.
Just saying, by the way. Are you complaining? Are you complaining?
Don't you dare.
It's got plain boring old singers.
You said you wanted cheese sangers.
Yeah, I know.
Ah. So we're just going to, have some sangers and some, brunch, whatever. I'm just going to call it brunch. It's been cold. I had to have 2 cups of coffee to get me started. I don't want to know what the time is. I don't know what time it
20
is.
past 1.
Yeah.
Let's just say maybe it's the early afternoon. But it's still quite fresh. It was cold last night. So we're going to sit back, relax for a little bit more. And then I think we're going to go for a little bit of an adventure. We've sort of been looking around and seeing what sort of vibe we're getting with the forest. So, yeah, we'll see which direction we end up. I think it's calling me that way. So last night,
Yeah.
we saw some lights in the bushes.
I know. And it was late. We were tired. And then it was, but you saw it.
Well, I'd
as
had
well. We
I'd
both-
had a couple
yeah.
of vinos, but these guys had not long arrived.
Yeah.
So, and it was Nick said to me, she goes, "What's that over there in the bushes?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can see that."
Yeah.
And then it sort of moved a bit, didn't
It
it?
did. It was pulsating.
It-
It was pulsating.
It was different energies of
Yeah.
glowing power.
Yep. And then Mr. B saw it.
He did.
And then it's like, okay, well, it's just not us two. Yeah.
Totes.
Yeah.
But then he blew it. He got the torch, the big torch out, and shone it that way, and it was a sign.
It was.
So
Literally.
it was
I know.
it was literally the sign. But anyway,
And a
the kangaroo.
And a kangaroo.
the
yeah.
kangaroo. So that was cool. We saw the eyes, and then and he always tells me that I scare things off. Once he got the bloomin' torch out, poof,
That was, yeah.
that was the end of it.
Skippy went off, so yeah.
Skippy went off,
Yeah.
and I think already we've heard a few little rustles. So there's definitely a few little critters in the bushes, and it's just been the serenity. The serenity's been great, but it does have a different feel about the forest. So we're going to finish our brunch, lunch, or whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to go and see what we can find.
The forest has a Blair Witch feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what will find us, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It does
Nikki's
have
rocking her fur.
I am. I'm loving this.
Yeah. Looking nice and warm.
It's not skippy from night before. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Right.
No, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I
'Cause
think
it is cool.
it is. And you
It is
guys
truly.
even said
Yeah.
that you're surprised how cool it is,
Yeah.
because we had no idea. But I
Yeah.
guess, how far are you guys from here? Like an hour and a half,
No,
maybe? Or
what was it?
2
2.5? Yeah, about 2 hours. Yeah.
okay.
And so when we left home, and I had thongs on and a
Yeah.
singlet, and getting out here, it was like, oh my god! It reminded me of the mortuary. Can I just say, it was that chilly that I had to put my socks on and and jacket and it's cold. I mean, it's 9 degrees. It's in
It
the
is.
city.
We
Yeah.
left home, it was a crematorium.
Yep, that's
We
right.
got here, it was the mortuary.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, you guys are probably thinking like,
What the hell?
who are we hanging out with? You better fill them in, because I don't think we actually covered that in the Pilliga, if you guys have watched.
No.
So tell everybody, guys, what do you do exactly?
So we're both in death care. I'm a funeral director and Craig is a cremator operator. Right, so yeah. And that's why we make these references to, hot as the crematorium or cold as the mortuary. It's just one of those that we get it, right?
Yeah.
So it's no offence. It's
No,
it's
no.
just our talk.
I feel like you've got to have a little bit of a sense of humour.
Very dark.
A dark sense of humour. A dark sense of humour. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in saying that, Craig's really good with the campfire too.
Yeah.
Getting it to optimum temperatures.
And so he bloody should.
And we have had discussions already just yesterday, and I'm intrigued, so I'm always asking questions. So, I'm going to put it out there. If you've got a quirky question about, anything that you might want to ask these guys as well, remember to head over to their Insta page, Dead End Touring, and again, I'll pop the link below, because it is intriguing, and I think a lot of people are probably thinking along the lines of maybe what I've been thinking as well, but haven't known how to ask the question about certain things maybe. So just ask.
And what we like to do is make the uncomfortable comfortable. And I
Yeah.
think we're all doing that anyway in
Yeah.
our own way, whether
Yeah.
it be camping, whether it be,
Yeah.
talking about all the gear on the top. It's just making the uncomfortable comfortable. And death is absolutely a part of life.
It is.
At my hashtag, or our hashtag, is live your eulogy. We see too many people, the regrets at the end of life, and it's
That's
about
so
life,
true.
right? And at the end of the day, when we all have to die, you look back on your life and you go, man, I absolutely kicked ass and just had that's your legacy. So it's not all doom and gloom.
No.
There's lots of, celebrations and positivity and finding like-minded people, hanging out and being grounded.
Yep.
That's hugely important as well for your soul.
Definitely.
But yeah, we're all fortunate that we get to do what makes our soul sing.
Exactly.
With people.
And
That
exactly.
adds fuel to the fire.
Exactly. And like I always say too, if you are able to do something that you had been thinking about for a long time, just do it. Just do it, because these guys see it every day. And we've been banging on, Mr. B and I have been banging on. It doesn't matter what you have, guys. No. You can make adventures and live your best life. With what you've got. So just maybe get out of that square and just do it now instead of thinking about it.
Yeah. What you can do with what you've got too, right?
Yeah.
And we were all talking about where we all started.
Yeah.
And now we're a bit all bougie.
We are a bit more
Very
bougie. A bit more bougie. I think as we've gotten a little bit older and we've, been able to afford it as well, have those few little luxuries.
Correct. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Get out and live your eulogies, people.
Nation blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99.
we've taken. Yeah, we're looking for where the boys are, and I'm like, oh dear.
Over here. I want Mr. B did the same. We followed the animals and went, okay.
We sort of were following a trail which we thought might have been some pigs or something, and now
Go for a walk, they said. It'd be fun and relaxing.
so we've come from that way. Oh, look at that.
Look who we found.
Look who we found.
On the road. Don't be
There.
in Belanglo.
Oh, hear that wind. It's just like coming through.
It's like it's chasing us, right?
I don't think I'm going to fit. You want to see what we're banging on about? Look at this. Point to the top of it, Craig. Where does it go through? The other side?
I can't see, but I think it comes through here because that's all soft.
Oh. Look at that.
You wouldn't want to be walking down there at night.
Yeah. So, we haven't actually seen a wombat yet, but we found wombat poo, and we think that that is a wombat hole. Anyway, we've made our way across the main logging area, and now we are totally in this patch here that's been completely logged. Hear that wind? I don't know, there's something up ahead, but from when we left you from that amazing footage and then we're crossing the road, I'll see if I can zoom in on it, but I'm not sure the quality of it. There was a mama emu and probably, what do you reckon? Six? Six? Are they, what is a baby emu called? Just a baby? Or do you reckon it's got a name?
Didn't we go through this the other way?
I think we did. I think we did. I don't know. But anyway, because you can't drive at the moment, we've had an idea that we're going to go for a bit of a walk. So our Jeep, oh, the wind's picked up. Nick's lost her hat. We were actually working up a sweat on the main bit there that we've just cut across to, and now we've got to walk all the way down here. We keep seeing something in the middle of the road. We're not sure what it is. It looked quite tall. But anyway, there's nobody going to be on a bike out here. The thing is, on this side of the forest, through here, it is so dense, it's not funny.
I'll sing you a song. When the horn don't blow, I'ma let you know. When the story fails, I'ma be the tale. When your spirit's out and you're full of doubt, when you're far from found, I hold ground. I hold ground. I hold ground. I'll sing you a song. I'll sing you a song. No matter which way, I'ma be your direction. Show you up from down, we'll get it right, yeah. Oh, come what may, there's no limitations. We get it right this time around. I hear you say that you're okay, that it took some time to lose the fear, but now you're grateful and singing along. Hey, you're singing along. Hey, you're singing along. Hey, we're singing a song. Hey, we're singing a song. We get it right, yeah.
I think we've lost track, guys. I think we've lost track. We are literally, I'm going to call it, give or take, 200 metres from camp. What an afternoon, team.
Fantastic.
And look what you got.
I know, isn't it beautiful?
All the way back
Yeah.
from
From
way up that way.
Yeah.
Far out.
Beautiful.
But I've got to say, it was definitely worth the, I don't want to call it an effort because that doesn't sound right, but I feel like coming here to the forest, we had to go out
our
and
respects.
just, pay our respects. And
Yeah.
we just wanted to go and sit for a while like you guys had already been, and
Yeah.
thanks for walking all that way with us. But we saw some really cool things on the way as well. It was pretty hard to capture. Like I said earlier, hopefully I did get the footage of the emus with the babies, the black cockatoo. Just as Nick said about seeing deer,
Yep.
there was probably, what do you reckon, at least three
deer.
perhaps.
Yeah.
They were pretty amazing.
Kangaroo.
The-
3 deer, that's enough for a venison hot pot.
And we were just saying as well, I think we're the only country that eats our national
Yeah.
emblem.
Yeah.
Are we going to
Yeah.
be cooking some of that tonight, Gordon? Did you
well,
go?
it's a possibility.
The possibility.
A possibility.
Possibility. I'm just going to call it now, guys. I don't have any kangaroo or emu in our fridge, so it's not going to be coming from me. But yeah, we hope you've enjoyed that little bit. We're going to get back to camp. I remembered I had to show you something. So when we were actually at the memorial, I did a screenshot of being there and then back to camp. So I've done the little screenshot here. So that's where we were. And then we've made our way back, which I know it only says 51 minutes walking, but it actually took us a lot longer than that because we actually really enjoyed the scenery on the way. And like I said, we saw the wildlife and we just enjoyed the forest. It was really cool. My big outside voice.
Yep.
Mr. B's here. We've got Craig, aka Gordon,
Yep.
and Nick as well. What a adventure!
Yeah.
Like,
It was. Cool spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 how good was yesterday?
Yeah.
I just loved it. Like, that was you, Mr. B. We weren't really prepared, and someone just was on a mission, and it was a good mission. I feel that it was definitely worth the 9K walk that we did. And I think too, if you're coming to,
Yeah.
this part of the forest, you really do need to do that walk. Unfortunately, the road has been closed, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was lovely. It was a beautiful walk. We got to see some incredible nature, the wildlife this time of year, all the wildflowers. Yeah. Wouldn't have done it any
Sometimes
other
the
way.
best adventures are the unexpected ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
true,
right.
true.
Yeah.
And we kicked back last night. We just kicked back. We relaxed. I know that I was going to probably show you this and that, but you know what? And I think too, on adventures, you just need to have some downtime, especially catching up with your friends and stuff like that. That's really important.
Tell some ghost stories.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really cool. So we hope that you've enjoyed it. We got to say farewell to Dead End Touring now, and we are definitely going to catch up with these guys again, but we are going in opposite directions. So where we're going, you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what happens. You can meet up, and it just sort of seems that you just seen each other yesterday, which is amazing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, lots of lovely looking forward to planning things, right? So yeah, so it's cool. It'll be good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll meet up at some other spooky location around the country.
Yeah, I tell ya.
Well, all right. Well, you better tell everybody.
Okay. Go on adventures, have fun. Remember, when out there, always please be safe.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you'll see our crazy faces next week. And bye to these guys. Bye.